gavel in this meeting at 5:31. First thing, roll call. So I think everybody's here except for Sabtane and Kai. And then approval of the agenda. Yeah, it's on. It's started.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Did it start?
No. Lordship play. So.
Did you start streaming?
Wait 1 second.
Nope.
All right, you guys figure that out.
Let Brandon
We're
do
gonna do
Brandon, that's yours.
the minutes. We're gonna do the agenda. So first the agenda. So today. Sorry. Okay. So there was one other thing. So communications asked that we do 5 minutes in meeting to do one of their surveys on student feedback for how to make campus a more vibrant place. I don't know if that should be something that we should include in minutes or in a meeting as a workshop to do, or it would also be something we could do after meeting that I could just email out to you guys. So let's just do a quick straw poll. If you guys want to spend 5 minutes to do that in meeting, raise your hand. All right, so then we're not doing that. Are there any other amendments that you would like to make? All right, so those opposed to the meeting minutes, please raise your hand. All right,
What did you say?
raise your hands. All right, passes by general consent. All right, so then up next is the Retriever Courage presentation. That is what you're doing
Yeah,
next week?
that's
And
what
I'll give you the floor.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Morgan Thomas. I'm one of the members of Retriever Courage. I'm sure you've seen the correspondences that come out from the team, as well as you might have seen the website and like the updates that are coming on from there. We consider this a group that would be able to spread out information and messages, and so we just want to make sure that you are apprised of the latest things that are coming up and things that will be announced down the street. So basically, the consultants came, as you probably know, to do interviews with students as well as faculty and staff to address the prevention and response to sexual violence and misconduct at UMBC. And so in addition to the consultants report, the Student Advisory Committee for Retriever Courage, as well as the Faculty Staff Advisory Committee, made a recommendation report as well. So there are actually 3 reports that will be released at some point in May. The current plan is to have it updated on the Retriever Courage website. So there's the external consultants report as well as those 2 other reports. And so they include assessments of UMBC's current practices, policies and resources, as well as recommendations based on effective practices on our campus, as well as evidence-based research and best practices at other universities. And so UMBC Retriever Courage is going to take the summer to review and compile the recommendations from all 3 of those reports in preparation for a discussion about the priorities within the University Steering Committee, and that conversation will come up this fall. And so the implementation team and the University Steering Committee will then seek feedback and revisions from all Retriever Courage partners and the university community, and then after that, they'll recommend prioritized action steps to the University Council of Vice Presidents and Deans, who will then review and sign off on the proposed actions, which will be submitted to Dr. Bowski for final approval. And so that's basically the latest information on those 3 reports. I'm sure that some of you have seen like some of the other things that have happened or changes that have been made, including the new black and gold cards, and there's been mixed feedback for that, as well as these, I guess, information stands that have some literature about resources on campus, as well as the community, and reports back of them that those are doing well, and working on some bathroom stickers as well. So there are things happening in the meantime, and then bigger things that will take more time to implement and more within the shared governance aspect to get feedback on will be coming around then. Are there any questions? Yeah.
Can you speak a little bit on feedback they're getting from Black and Gold cards?
Oh, so it's, I saw a Reddit page and I saw some other things where even though it was a student, I guess, proposed initiative, some students have felt like it was a lot of hassle to like go and get the card. In terms of like the design of it, there hasn't really been much feedback about that, but just kind of like is this on the, I guess, long spectrum going to be helpful, or was it more hassle than helpful? So, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
What's kind of the timeline for making the student advisory committee's report public?
So as far as I am aware, the 3 reports are going to go up together. We don't even have the consultant's final report. We got their draft. And so it will be sometime between summer and fall when it will go up.
Okay.
As far as I know.
Okay.
So I'm not sure of an exact timeline of when they plan to have it up. I know that they have had, it's going to kind of depend on when the finalized report comes back from the consultants. The 2 advisory committees have potentially finalized theirs already. I haven't seen those yet, but I would imagine at some point during the summer, but I'm not sure if it's beginning or end.
Okay.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thanks, Morgan. All right, so that concludes the presentation. So we're going to move into communications updates. So first, University Steering Committee, Francis.
So I attended that on Friday on behalf of Jared.
Thank you.
Okay, so, actually, I did have the timeline for what Morgan just said. So the student and faculty reports have been created, and the topics, wait, never mind, I'm sorry. The consultant's report will be released with the rest, as she said, and that is supposed to be occurring within the week, hopefully, they said.
That's even all I got.
Yeah, so it should be occurring within the week. The drafts are done, so they're just making edits as far as I'm concerned. So for faculty and the student staff, or whatever, but those are like drafted, so they're not really compiling anymore. They're just editing, and the consultant report should be done within the week. A presentation should be. Oh wait, that was the presentation. They were saying that should be in the fall, but I guess it will happen twice. That presentation that she just did. That's it.
Was the majority of the meeting about just 3 teams?
Yeah, it was like the timelines and what was compiled and what was like recommended and stuff.
True.
How does the prioritization process going to be in place for this week on that?
So they said that we're at the end of the beginning is how they put it. So the implementation team is going to be, yeah, that's how they put in the meeting.
They put it at the what, the end?
The end of the beginning. So
Okay.
like the prioritization process will be done during the implementation aspect, which will be done by the implementation team, which will be the compilation of all 3 reports and what priorities come from all 3 of those combined together, which will be done over the summer, and then feedback will be done in the fall, which means that that's like the second step still, so nothing probably will be implemented until like maybe spring, even possible next year. That's it, sorry.
Nice. All right. No other SGC. Does anybody else have an SGC they attended that was not on there? Patrick?
We're the UGC, but like, I don't have an update with you guys for that. So.
What does that stand
The undergraduate council.
Do like a once in the summer.
So we, basically, the whole meeting lasts about an hour, 15, hour 20, hour 30. And we basically vote on course changes, new courses, course removals, all kinds of stuff. They also do academic program reviews every semester. So it's like a lot. It's like not information that like needs to really go anywhere. It's just kind of like having a student voice on that committee is important because they're gonna ask you your opinion of certain things that would make sense to a student, sort of that. So it's like really good to be there, but it's like I don't really need to share information back because it's like unless you're gonna take art 311, it's like that.
Alright. Alright, we're gonna go into initiative updates then. So if you're doing your initiative and you got it like, and you're basically all set, then just tell me you're all set, so. All good to go. Brandon?
We're finishing the document.
Okay, sounds
Can you
good.
say that louder?
We're finishing up our document like tracker, and then we'll be complete with our initiative.
Collections,
All set.
all set?
Thanks. Yeah.
Awesome. What time's your event again? Remind us all.
So the event is on May 8th, Wednesday, from 5 to 6:30, in the sports zone, called Breaking the Silence. And should I say the panel style? Okay, it'll be a surprise.
Show out. Alright, Lashana?
Yeah, so September and I, we didn't have a meeting last week, unfortunately, but, Retriever Essential, they made a post on my UMBC, asking for persons to join the ambassador board from the pantry, because remember we were saying that we wanted to make it, kind of like a club where students could help, to kind of run things to some extent.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's up on my UMBC.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Patrick?
Alright, y'all, it's done. Happened today at 12 to minimal student protest, which was awesome. So, yeah, it's good done. The police were, they were having a good time. They were happy.
Well,
Wait, I actually have a question.
yeah.
Was there any like takeaways? Like
Giveaways?
takeaways, like to be like reflect, gain information, like how did it go, like some TLDR, how was that?
Yeah, it was an excellent event. I was very happy to be there.
Right.
No, I don't have any takeaways. There's maybe an article out of the Retriever that I'm a little nervous about because Paul was there, they interviewed him for a long time. I somewhat wish he had not been there, just from a PR standpoint. Like, he didn't do that. And I'll probably, it's a much later, like long-term thing to deal with all that. But takeaway was like, there's work that needs to be done, but it was like overall, a lot of the students had a really positive time with the meeting with the police, especially if you know Officer Cheatham, dope guy, like all that, yeah, Officer Cheatham, yeah. He's very well known on the student body, so congrats. But yeah, it was a positive event.
Thanks. Yes?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nobody's like emailed me back, and I don't know if it's because they have the one person with the ILP, and then, you know, whatever, they already have that on here, so, yeah, but I'm not gonna leave it until I got that, so. I just really have to hear back from them, because it's dealing with electrical and all of that, so.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Make sure you fill out that, or for all you guys, make sure you all fill out, if you're still working on your initiative, and you actually, honestly, even if you did your initiative, still fill out the Google form. Huh? Yeah, I can resend it. But yeah, I'll resend it after the meeting. Fill out the Google form. It's like 4 long answers. They're basically, what's your initiative? What are you currently doing? or what have you already done, what are you currently doing, what are you gonna do in the future, or what could somebody do in the future, and then who are all your contacts, basically. Pretty quick, shouldn't really take you like 15 minutes.
Heck yeah.
All right.
So our rent was good. We had 35 people show up.
How many?
35.
Can you send that to me in an email?
Yes. Jose and Juan and I are going to create a Google form to send out to everyone and see what their perspective was. Everyone that was there, including Jared and Kalechi and Deshaun. Shout out to you guys for coming. They actually participated. They just didn't I think 1 or 2 people maybe came just for free, but it was really nice to see a sun. That was not cool.
He came in, took the food and then left.
And supplies slices pizza was not cool. But anyways, everyone did participate in the activity, which was nice. And a lot of people reflected on their careers. So. Oh, my other update for my other initiative that I've neglected so heavily is Senator is basically done. I have one more question for you guys. So you should see stuff. Finance board said they were gonna get back to me, and I keep berating Scott, and he doesn't. So,
What is?
it's just for the guiding doc, so that I can hand that out on the 14th. I mean, not the guiding doc, the position doc that I've been creating for each position. And so him and Daniel haven't made edits, and I keep asking them. But Daniel doesn't respond to my emails.
Send it to me.
Okay. I'll send it to you.
Cool.
And then the FYA one is done. So yeah, those are finished.
Wow.
All right, great. So that concludes initiative updates. So, are there any communications items for Michelle?
Brandon Scott was just elected city council president. Brandon Scott. Oh, I was really kidding about it. That's Baltimore City. So, I didn't say that loud because it's amazing.
For the incoming senators and Francis and Brenda that need your SGA for that I keep asking about, should be really filled before semester is over.
The SGA board that's always blank.
Yeah, so I would like to see that done before
Just some of the new.
semester is over. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Who the fuck are you?
That's why I was like,
No.
oh my god.
My face is on, so. This is the voice of God.
So that needs to be done. That should be done soon rather than later.
You want to do it?
Like by Friday.
I mean,
For both.
sure, why not?
Yay!
With someone?
Yes.
Oh, we do some printouts? Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, we could talk.
I'll be there.
I wanted to do my. Did you tell them?
I didn't tell them.
Okay.
But I was going to announce it with announcements.
Okay, we can do it announcements.
Okay. Cool. All right. Any other communications items?
Oh, yes. So this Wednesday, May 8th, from 5 to 6:30 p.m., we're having Breaking the Silence, which is the mental health forum featuring different panelists. So, yeah, come on. There will be free food.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm the moderator. Yes.
Anywhere to work?
Oh, yeah, I did.
All right. Anything else? All right, good. All right, so there's no executive update. Owen is going to be sending it to me, and then I'll add it, or to add to the minutes. I'll probably just work with him on that because I don't know exactly how that gets done. Or it'll be added to the minutes for next week's meeting, something in there. But no executive update.
Yeah, we're gonna have
Yeah, last meeting's gonna be last week.
It's like
Well,
pass it off.
Okay.
yeah, so that'll conclude new business. So we're gonna move into announcements. So again, announcement, next meeting is our last meeting All right, it's going to be probably only about 30 minutes with just updates, closing any minutes that we haven't like approved yet, which I think we've approved all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just closing business. No SGC or I'm pretty sure there's no like SGC updates or initiative updates.
Inaccurate.
There are.
Maybe like, I don't know, am I supposed to go to that? Or what? Or go ahead and compete for, whatever.
I'm going to special sessions on the 22nd.
If it's on, if it's after the 13th,
Yeah, I'm doing less and less. Okay.
that's like we're all done.
We should have this.
I'm just gonna go to
Yeah.
Wait, the 20th? What
I'll put it
time?
on the video. Yeah,
We'll figure it
I'll
out.
talk about it later once after we
I'm just gonna
adjourn.
go.
the young boys wanna go?
Because it's one semester.
It's okay.
I'll go to the special
I wanna do
sessions.
But yeah, on that meeting, on the 13th, all the youngins are gonna come, or not the youngins, the new senators.
Wow, you sound like you're not.
You can call them new.
Wow.
New members.
Yeah, half of them are older than
The
me.
young boys. The young boys. The young boys.
All right, and Jared.
And then we're gonna have, so yeah, the new senators are gonna come, and it's gonna be their first meeting, where they're gonna see it pass the gavel. We're gonna have the end of the year pass the gavel, so it'll probably be longer than normal. Candace, do you have any other things?
I mean, I have a, not an announcement, just maybe like a thought. So I think most of you know that there was some flooding that happened in Erickson and somewhere else, right?
It was in Erickson and also in like Fine Arts and stuff.
So Erickson, there was some flooding and then like 40 students got displaced.
46.
Yeah, so, I don't know if you have thought about like what you could do for them, because
There's a refugee crisis.
some of them are like in lounges on air mattresses.
Yeah, I saw that.
Some of them are commuting from their houses.
Is there anything you can do?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe you could, I don't know, maybe you could invite them to a dinner. Maybe you could do like a.
Do you have funds for it?
Do you have funds?
I think
Do you have funds for it?
One of them was actually Reese.
Yeah.
Is this displaced?
Yeah.
Could we like do care packages? Care packages?
SGA initiative, let's go.
Done in a week.
Look.
Do you know why they were
Think
displaced?
about it.
Yeah.
That was else like all in the house.
My man was playing soccer. Like,
I don't
like
wanna
my
know.
man's,
I don't-
my man's.
Wait,
Do
your
you know who it
man's?
is?
Oh yeah.
Your man's?
My man's was playing soccer in the hallway, kicked the fire sprinkler. The sprinkler didn't go off because the sprinkler was out of the wall and a pipe burst. So
Wait,
Do you
your
guys
man's?
want to create, you guys
So
want to create
we-
emergency legislation right now?
No.
yeah, no.
I can take a doc, copy it, we can reword it.
You don't
send
have to
them
like
out.
decide what you want to spend the money on,
Oh,
but
you
you could
said
allocate money.
Oh, okay.
Let's do that.
All right.
Hold on, let's do it. Emergency session.
All right,
Get my
motion to amend
like my man.
the agenda.
Yeah. Second.
All right, so in new business, I would like to add an SL.
Second.
Do we know how much money we have left?
Well, we allocated 1,000 for Kalechi,
But we got using all of it. I think.
300 for Patrick.
No, y'all got like. I spent about 100 and maybe 20 of that, probably more. Oh yeah, you $200 off from that. Easy.
Yeah, so then, I don't think you have to allocate crazy money. Like you could do $200, $300, I don't
I
know.
mean, with our last allocation, we might as well just allocate all of it.
We don't know what all it is.
We know we have at least
I mean, if we
1,000.
still have that much left over, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Let's buy a pizza.
What about the bean pads for the library?
Oh, Jesus. Accountability.
I just have it as an idea of like something really tangible that you could do for students who are in need. You know, during a really crazy time.
So 46 is done. Why would it go high?
For what?
I would just multiply that by
546.
Then it'd be-
$5 each on
So instead of being $200, it's like what, 230?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we could just allocate like all that we know we have, which is $1,000, and then just spend, it's because it'll be our last allocation, so.
Yeah.
I don't know, I wasn't trying to get you guys to discuss it.
Well, I mean, we don't have to spend it all, that way we have access to
Spend it all,
There's
it's fine.
no reason not to.
Let's take them out to dinner.
All right, who wants to be author?
Me.
All right.
How was mom's?
Yes, Richard. I'm sorry.
Carter. Whoa.
All right, what's the sponsor? Who wants to sponsor?
I do.
Wait.
Would anyone else like to sponsor author?
No.
can I?
Which one?
Let me, well,
You can.
Wait.
An author, you
I'm
can't
a
sponsor.
senator left.
You can be an author and not a sponsor.
That's
That's all right.
Nothing.
No, it's
Yeah, wait, let moose, it's let moose.
That's it.
Thank you.
Does anyone else have like contacts in this, like, or should I just talk to them
I mean, I like literally live on the floor next to theirs, and like I also like their Woody, so I can definitely reach out to their RA, and also John Fox was actually in the booth about it this morning. So like,
I mean, I think that if you reached out to Red Light and said, we know that there are some students who have experienced some flooding, and you know, we'd like to be able to care for them in some way, shape, or form as the Senate. Could we, and then I think when you decide what you want to do, say, can you send this to those students to invite them, as opposed to saying, can you send us the names of those students? Because there's a difference in that. So, yeah, but I think that they would be like, no, we don't, at least from a res light perspective, like, there's a difference between someone asking me for the names of students and me feeling like, I don't want to do that, and then someone saying, hey, can you send this to the students? Inviting them to something, or telling them to come pick something up, or.
It's a thousand, we can do everything.
Okay, that's how it works.
All right. So, how would we like to approve
You got
this?
a budget
allocate
already?
the money to them.
Invested in the well-being and security
I was like,
of
food
the
and
graduate body living on campus.
I would say on campus.
Everything that's individual.
Okay, I said,
What's in our,
Not everything is in the world.
What's our what?
what's our oath?
We have.
Did you say
Well, yes.
Yeah, I'm pulling it right now.
To defend the interests of the undergraduate body or something?
Invested in well-being and security of
I think something, somewhere I'm recognizing that there has been,
a catastrophe.
recognizing that there's been,
In order to defend the interest and well-being of UMBC's undergraduate students.
recognizing that,
What was it, Candace?
It said, your oath says that you promote and defend the interests and well-being of UMBC undergraduate
so, right, and whereas the Senate has sworn to promote, and delete the first part of that. And whereas, how do we describe the incident? Like something has befallen.
Whereas, you know, I mean, you can name what happened, that there was
Flooding.
Whereas
flooding.
flooding
Has-
in
is there
Eric's
a
law
house?
has displaced,
Numerous
students. Numerous students.
Tens of students.
During, I think in particular during finals, if you're right, like.
Oh, that sucks ass. Okay.
Wow.
YouTube buddy.
SGA Senate.
Oh, Jesus.
the support, for these Erickson methods.
Yeah, approved programming.
Displays future.
I think you need to say, like, you need to be able to say, like, you're gonna do some sort of programming stuff. You can just be like, here's $1,000 and I'm gonna give you $100 to do that. No, that's not what it is. You do some programming, right?
Is it programming or approved programming? How do you want to phrase that?
We need approved programming.
Yeah.
Approved programming.
Okay, so you write funding for the approved programming and.
In support, yeah. In support of these students, yeah.
I believe
The numbers on
All right.
can you spell it, please?
Good? All right. Well, so next on the agenda, allocation for participants. All right, so Yasmin and Josue wrote up this bill because they wanted to help out the
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yourself.
Is that a motion to amend?
Motion to amend SL 50181.
Move.
Well, you can't.
We can't.
You don't have power.
Move to
You
amend.
can't, you have any power.
So here. I'm trying to say.
I was practicing.
Move to approve SL 50. Move to amend. What did I say? Move to amend SL 50-19 to include Brandon Moon and Jared as authors of this.
Sure.
Second.
Does anyone want to approve this? Who is already named on this?
Oh, wow, hold up.
Shauna, do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Move to approve SL 50-1819. Second.
What do you guys say next to it as?
As
Add
amended.
addendum.
Oh, yeah.
There
Second.
you go. Awesome. All right. All right. Number of senators for.
Wouldn't it be awkward if somebody didn't?
Boom.
We just said it.
We just did
Two
it.
absent.
We're like,
Two absent. And with that, the motion passes.
So how does this money go?
So somebody needs,
Sorry,
some of you need
conversation.
to figure out what you're gonna do.
Yeah, I go into work tomorrow.
Where are you working?
I work restaurant.
Oh.
Like the main office.
I work in hardware, but like.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'll just take $100 we get paid.
Well,
You just need to.
I think you could email someone. Like the community director of Erickson Hall.
Where I'm at.
All right. Is there any other announcements?
Nope.
okay, so.
Hey.
Okay, so I was emailing Jared, and I thought it would be a great idea as current senators if you all wrote a letter to the incoming class of senators. Or that's not good.
No, that's fine. Yeah,
That's good. And for Kaleshi, Jared, and Kai, I was hoping those of us who are not retired, but you guys won't write letters to yourself, obviously. So yeah, that's what I wanted us to do now. If that's okay. After the meeting.
Yeah, we'll do that as like a. So that'll be like an after Senate activity that we're going to be doing right after this meeting. If anybody would like to stay and write letters to the future senators. Okay.
It was going to include the goals for the year that you had or semester, what you did, and some advice you have for the incoming
I like that.
senator.
All right. Any other announcements?
No.
No other announcements, guys?
Don't forget inauguration's on the next Monday, the 13th. End of year dinner party is on this Friday. Thanks FYA. The youngest senators and finance board members will be there. Raven and Noel. So get ready. What else is go? Yeah, no. That's really it, right?
Alright. Well, in that case, I adjourn this meeting at 6:08.
Just so we can hit stop, please, and then close it.
Alright, let's start.
Where is it? I don't see it. I don't see it.
Well, you can just hit on like the.
Sorry, good meeting.
Oh.
I don't really have any.
Short.